I'm good. Let's rock and roll, man. Let's rock and roll.
So what episode is this now?
This is 20.
30.
Damn, 30.
Nigga said
32.
32. All right, Speak Between the Lines podcast. It's your boy Rez.
This is joined with J-Rock. Put me in the building.
He gave me to the building.
Wait, who was that?
I don't know. I think I fucked up the impression a little bit. This one was not practiced.
Was it Obama?
It was supposed to be.
I didn't know who the fuck you were.
I'm gonna die.
I'm sorry, I did not have time to practice the impression the way I wanted.
Yo, I didn't know who the fuck you were. This nigga said, you supposed to be President Obama?
That's correct.
Oh shit! I'm gonna die.
Yes, you can.
Hey, that's pretty cool though. We should do that. We should try to guess what impersonation Rock does as his intro. That should be tight. That shit was funny.
Shit.
That Obama impersonation was trash as hell though, my nigga.
I did not have any time to work on it, so next week it's gonna be a little bit better.
What did he say? It was supposed to be. I thought you were doing. I'm fucking crying.
Shit.
Oh, yeah, I thought nigga was Yogi Bear for a second, nigga.
You want to be Zebesky?
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
I'm done.
Yeah, man, we back in the building, man. Episode 32.
I'm funny as hell.
Episode 32, man. How you guys feeling, man?
Oh shit!
Rez, don't look for no sound. It ain't there.
I'm good.
Don't check for it. Rock, you good, my nigga?
Doing good. Doing great.
Good.
How are you?
Damn, you playing sounds and shit. I don't have my headphones.
Yeah,
on, so
I just heard it. It was like. I was like, what the fuck? Yo, I caught it late. I finally put the earpiece in. It must have.
I didn't even hear. Like, I just looked down at the pad and I saw a sound going. I was like, oh shit, I guess he's playing something.
I knew that nigga didn't.
Where's my headphones?
I knew that nigga didn't react because I was waiting on your facial reaction. And it never came. I was like, he can't hear what's going on right now.
I definitely didn't hear that shit.
You'll hear it on the replay.
Woo,
Right?
Boy.
Oh shit, my head hurts.
Yeah, man. That was a good laugh.
That shit was funny.
That
I do my best.
Funny.
You the real MVP. You the real MVP.
I will take it.
Yeah, dog. You be coming with some shit. You be coming with some shit sometime, dog.
This nigga's consistent.
Yeah, bro.
But no, I thought you was doing all wrestlers. So it's just anybody now.
Right. To last week, like, oh, you gonna do wrestling? Like, okay, I'm switching up on him.
Gotcha.
Because I was gonna do Hogan's like, but you did the Hogan joke on the episode.
Yeah, I kind of started. I
So
thought
what-
you were doing a Stone Cold.
I'll bring him back.
What made you do President Obama?
I thought I could do it on the spot, but no, I could not.
This nigga was sitting here. He was like, man, who I'm gonna be, President Obama? Then he kind of just listened to how he sounds in his head. I could do that shit. And that shit came out. Oh, this is J-Rock. Oh man,
Sounded better in my head. Like looking at it.
that shit is funny. That shit is funny as hell.
Oh, that was funny.
Whew. All right, man. Well, we go wins and losses, dubs and
Yeah.
L's. We got any this week?
J-Rock, it's on you, buddy. You always kick it off.
This week was a real neutral week. I don't really have none this week.
All right.
All right.
He don't have anything.
Nothing.
Uh,
Because I can't use family members anymore, so you know.
no, you can't. Which means that you didn't have one last week either.
Whoa,
Can we really just give you 2 weeks in a row?
Yeah.
Two passes.
Yeah,
in
I
a
would
row?
hope so.
Let's see here. What's going to happen between now and next week?
Oh my god.
Oh man, I don't think I have anything either, man. I don't think I have anything. I don't have that. I'm 30 now.
Yes, you are. Bruh. You are 30 years old. right now.
As we speak, right now
in time.
Oh shit! All right, man. Yeah, that's all I got for y'all boys today.
Yeah.
Rest,
Man, you know you be coming with some philosophical deep shit.
right?
Is that why?
Our shit can be trash.
Is that
because
why
it's
it's gonna
trash. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, because your shit turns into a conversation almost.
Okay, so
No pressure.
No, it was so I had a moment this week where y'all niggas thought I was about to say something.
Psych, bitch. We ain't got shit.
I got nothing.
All right,
shit.
Well, I was hoping that wins and losses gave me some time to find a tweet between the lines.
Oh well, you know what's crazy though? I know. Shout out to Mr. Ho. This is not a joke. That's his name.
Yes.
But he man, that's way back. What, episode 10, 9?
Something like that.
When we first met, and
Yep.
he's got a business out here in Ferris, Texas, Metro Bar and Grill. Crazy Philly cheesesteaks.
Yep.
That OMG, oh my god, it's just amazing.
On fire.
Like,
That is
for
what
real.
it stands for.
And so, shout out to him because he just started a second business where he's gonna have a pool hall, where we can go. It's basically the sports bar and grill now.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, so his grand opening is this week, and so we'll get a chance to chop it up with him. Always
No.
shows love to the podcast. Free drinks.
It was last week.
Shit, it was last week.
Yeah. So this week it would have already been open.
Yeah, but we didn't go yet. Anyway, you sliced it.
Oh
we didn't
my
go
God.
yet.
But it's dope.
Hey man, hey,
Y'all wilding out.
pulling 2 episodes out in one day and trying to fake that shit. It's kind of getting a little hard. It's kind of getting a little hard. All right.
It's a little difficult. Oh my god!
All right, man. Tweets between the line. All right,
It's not
man.
long enough.
Yeah. Oh shit. All right. So this one comes from Amy Newborn, and she says, "Thanks for creating great content on Instagram. I know,
Bruh.
it takes a lot of time and due diligence.
That's a bot. That's a fucking bot. That's not a real person.
Man,
Are you fucking kidding me?
hey, bro, that's all I can find, dog. You didn't have to wrap me up like that.
How many fucking followers she got? 81,000. Awesome page.
Oh my gosh,
We
awesome
we love your content.
Yes, your content is amazing. Please check out our page. Yeah.
Oh man, the link's in the bio.
Oh my god, yeah. So we ain't got shit right now. we ain't got nothing. We don't have wins and losses. We don't have tweets between the lines. But if there's anything you guys do want to talk about, hit us up. Speak between the lines. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Start a conversation with us.
Do it for the gram.
Do it for the gram. If you're looking for shirts, hit us up on the gram. If you're looking for a business opportunity, hit up Rez. But if you're
Do it for the show.
yeah, man, any business inquiries, you hit us up on our email, speakbetweenthelines@gmail.com.
It's dope.
That's
You know
dope.
what?
Let's roll.
I would like though, for people who listen to the show, like if anything ever sticks out to them, just either a funny moment or something that was dope to them, let us know. Hashtag it, SBTL, and whatever the quote is or whatever happened, and that way we can know what's resonating with y'all. No pun intended on the name Rez, but whatever speaks to you. Damn. No pun intended on
Speaks between the
okay.
lines.
Yeah, I'm not good at this.
All right, so
Thank you.
also, if you would definitely appreciate if you could do it like John Newhouse did, do a video response and tag us
Yeah.
on it. So that way we not only just get a quick snippet of the part you like, but also why you liked it, what you would have said differently in that scenario. Because we have tons of situations where we've asked the audience for their opinion. So if you go back and listen to some of those old shows, definitely do a video response on it. So that way we can get your opinion on it.
And that could be in new or old content, regardless. But we definitely want to show love to everybody that is supporting us. And so if anything is said that speaks to you, that actually impacts you, whether that be funny, jokes, whatever, let let us know, and we'll shout you out on a podcast because, you know, we're supposed to grow together. That's the whole point of this. So, anyway, I saw something that I wanted to get y'all feedback on. Oh, look, Abe. No, you're good. You're good.
We just did a promotion while you're gone.
Wait, what happened?
We did a commercial while you were gone.
Oh, what y'all talk about? Don't tell me later because y'all just be repeating it on the podcast.
Just listen to the recording.
Yeah.
Yes, it was amazing, though. It's very well done.
We spoke
good.
between the lines.
Like a professional.
There you go. There you go.
Yes. Anyway, back to Abe.
What?
What are we talking about?
I'm talking about anything.
Talking about anything.
Nah, I did our plug, and then you said that.
I said, what are we talking about?
Oh, what are we talking about? Let's see. You know what? Burberry hit us with a lot of things.
Yep, got it right here.
So let's see what she wants to hear. Wants to hear from us.
Sorry about being a little late, but we did get them, and we will respond to them. So people who want to tweet between the lines, just because we don't get them immediately, we will go back to them.
I'm curious as to how she comes up with the questions that she does, because she really asks thought-provoking questions on our IG.
Yeah, when you start to hear these, you're like, oh shit, should we have prepared for these?
Yeah, I mean, I'm down for the open conversation though.
Okay, so first off, shout out to Burberry.
Oh my gosh!
First question: by what standards do you judge yourself? Why do we judge ourselves by our intentions, but we judge others by their actions? Anybody want to take that?
All right, I'll go ahead and jump off with it.
Jump off.
I think the reason for that is because we know what our intentions are. It's harder to judge somebody else's intentions. You almost got it. All right, so it's harder to judge somebody else by their intentions when you don't know it. In most cases, whenever you're judging somebody, it's just somebody you don't know, or it's just a random situation. So the only thing you have to go on is the behavior or what the action is. So whenever you judge yourself, I think it's easier to go off the intent because you give yourself the benefit of the doubt because you know what you were trying to do.
I don't even think that's a good point. Because I don't want to say that I don't think that's what it is. Because that's actually a good point. I think that some people do that. I think another side of that is you kind of know what you're trying to do, right? So even if you're trying to be mischievous in your actions, it's okay because you feel like you're validated to do that. When you're talking about other people and what they're doing, you feel like you need to hold them to a higher standards because what they do could, in a sense, affect you in a certain way in some cases. So
that's a good point.
Yeah.
You think we probably hold people to a higher standard than we hold ourselves?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Without question.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely we do that shit.
Why do you think we do that?
Because in most cases, we always believe that something's never our fault, one. And so if that's the case, if I don't think that something's my fault, right, then I'm always, in a sense, right. Therefore, other people must be wrong.
Yeah, pretty much. I agree with that. And just to add to it is, whenever you're judging yourself, you already know what the excuse is.
Wow.
Yep.
That's a great point.
Yep. And you validate why it's okay for something you to do why it's okay for you to do something and not somebody else. Even though it could be the same shit.
Exact same.
It could be the same thing, but because that's where that double standard shit be coming into play, because niggas would be okay doing the shit if it's just them doing it. But if somebody was to reverse it on their ass, then it's
a problem. Yeah.
That's an excellent point.
What are your thoughts on it? So you trying to get us to give y'all do all the heavy lifting?
Yeah.
Oh, I agree with Rez and J Rock.
Mm-hmm.
I am Rez.
Damn, he got you. He got you there, bro. He got you there, bro.
Yeah.
My mouth was open.
Pause. It was actually close. It was actually close.
Pause. Like, hold on. All right. By what standards do you judge yourself? Why do we judge ourselves by our intentions, but judge others by their actions? I mean, what standards do I judge myself by?
Yeah, I don't even think we answered that. I just answered the last question.
Yeah, I think we all defaulted to that because that was easier. of the two.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Because the first one does require more thinking.
I think that it's weird because I don't know if I judge myself. I don't believe I judge myself by the highest standards. I think I judge myself by the above average standard and try to challenge myself little by little to go past that point.
Okay.
So, because I know people that like in what we do, right? So like say it's podcasting, right? The highest standards are the people that we look up to.
Right.
I want us to get there as a show, but I'm also happy that we're even performing at this level right now. So I think I'm just focused on us incrementally getting better to where one day we look up and we're like, damn, like we're with the Titans, we're with the big boys.
Yeah. That's a good point. I think just by you saying that, I don't think one standard is. I think in your life there are different standards. Like you said with the podcasting, that standard and who you look up to as far as that field or whatever is going to be different from a standard you may have for yourself when it comes to relationships,
right,
or your career base. So that's really that's a full question. That's actually
shit. That's a full episode.
Hell yeah. But that's a full question it's multi-layered for sure. I think the best way I can sum it up is I feel like the standard I judge myself on is, am I doing what's right in the situation that is given to me? Like, if I don't want to say, I ain't gonna say that shit. But I mean,
Okay.
I think that's the best way to do it. But I feel like that's just a watered down answer for a question that's like that.
No, I'm
Yeah.
with you.
And I feel like it depends on what you're judging yourself on, because, like in a sense of right and wrong, that's easy to judge yourself on, because you know what is right and wrong as far as whatever your moral compass is. But when you look at judging yourself off of everything else, that's when I think it's you have different lenses. Because like we did that on the show about spokes. We said, well, judge yourself all based off of where you want to be, not where you are now, but you're looking, okay, this is where I'm at, this is where I want to be. And I think that's what a lot of us do when it comes to the things we talk about spokes with your career. When you look, okay, well, how's my career going? But you base it on, well, I want my career to be in this spot, so based on that trajectory, I'm not doing bad. But if you just base it off of where I'm at today, it's two different perspectives. So I think that's another thing. People judge themselves based on the perspective that's going to make them look better.
Ooh. Wow.
Bar.
That was fire. That was fire.
Bar. That was a bar.
Yeah, you might drop that one. I was gonna say something, but I have nothing to. No, I'm not stupid. you don't follow up. Yeah, you don't follow up stuff like that. That was good. Okay.
Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. We got something else?
Yep. So next question.
I feel like she's like here interviewing us.
Yeah, it does feel like she's like interrogating us. But what standards do you judge yourself? No, look at that.
Right. Hell yeah.
No. Okay, so where do you think? Ooh, this is a good one. Wow, where do you think is the most worthwhile place to find meaning in life? Work, family, hobby, religion, philosophy, helping others, or something else entirely?
Where is she getting these questions from?
Like, is this a book that you getting these out of?
What does she do for a living? What is she? Is she
a philosophy major?
Is she a motivational speaker?
Well, I know she's studying for her real estate exam right now.
This has nothing to do with.
Girl, you gonna sell some houses? Like that's crazy.
I feel like she's getting these questions from the book, the 1001 Questions book, that's the starter conversation.
Man, she picking a hell of a number.
Is that the book you were talking about the other day?
Yeah, the pick a number, any number episode we did.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jersey Shore?
Yeah.
He's in the sky?
Yeah, that one.
Oh my God.
We should ask that question on here. All right. Anyway, so all right. So what do you say? What did you say? What do you think is the most?
What do you think is the most worthwhile place to find meaning in life? Work, family, hobby, religion, philosophy, helping others, or something else entirely?
I think it's a combination of all of them. Actually, I don't think it's just one place. Because kind of going back to the spokes, right? Mm-hmm. There's different levels in your life or different pillars in your life that you need to have a grasp on to feel fulfilled or whatever.
Okay, so let's have some fun with it. Because she did say, "What do you think is the most worthwhile?" So I think she's saying that they're all worthwhile, but like, what's the one that's most unique to you?
Just fucked up my answer.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that. I like this nigga's trying to weasel out.
Because I was going to get that exact same answer. I'm like, it don't feel safe.
Answer.
So, like, just for fun, let's do it this way. What would you pick out of those just for now? Because obviously that answer may change.
Yeah, it will.
Over time.
Yeah, it will.
So it was work, family, religion,
hobby,
philosophy, helping others, or something else entirely.
Oh shit, that's a hard question. I'm gonna go with work/career.
Okay.
Reason for that's because if I just had to pick one, that's where you spend the most of your time building and developing yourself.
That boy is in rare form
So
today.
if you're gonna spend most of the time there, that should be the most developed. You should find the most meaning there.
I got you. I'm not mad at that. Not mad at that.
That boy's in rare form.
Man, I'm not mad at that. I'm gonna say family.
Okay.
Right now, cause of course I have a daughter who's gonna be one.
Hey, dang, that's great. Yo, you saw
One.
that picture I shared on Facebook?
Up from the baby shower.
That was nuts.
Yeah.
I was like, she wasn't even here
Nah,
yet.
wasn't even
She was.
here
Oh,
yet.
she was in the picture, but I mean,
Bro, yeah, she's gonna be one on. Well, shit.
Right.
yeah.
And then when this
No.
episode drops, she may already be one. Nah, she's not. So she'll be one on the 25th, which will be it's a Saturday.
Yep.
Let me just say that. So I mean, I feel like just with her involvement in my life, just her being here, I feel like just everything about me has just shifted.
Right.
Like my philosophy on everything, like how I go about doing stuff day to day. And I feel like just with her being here and me having a family, like, well, I'm like experiencing like what a family is. Like I feel like that's an importance when it comes to meaning to life is to raise someone who doesn't know anything about nothing.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're the reason, or you're going to be responsible for essentially molding who she becomes for the most part, especially in her adolescent years that she's in right now. So
You literally get one shot at it.
one shot, and it could be the best shot, and it still may go south. That's what's crazy. Is you can raise a child up to be exactly what you want them to be, or the ideal person, and they can still have other plans for their life.
Dang, how do you deal with that?
That's what's crazy.
Whew.
I feel like that's like a double-edged sword, because it's like, like I feel like, I have the meaning of life because I'm trying to raise this child to become the best thing she can become, or he or she, depending on what you have, and then she gets older, and then her life just
Spirals.
goes a different direction than what you did. So I mean, it might come back and bite me in my ass later, but right now that's what it is.
No, I'm with that. That's dope. Those are actually two very good answers. Mine actually, where I'm at right now, would be helping others, because I think I'm tapped out. I don't think I can. Like when I think about work, I think I've probably pushed what I can do at work as far as I can at this point. I don't know, because they asked us that at work the other day. Like my supervisor, well, not the other day, but a while ago. No, the other day, yeah.
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah, exactly. They were like, "Hey, what do you want to do in a year? You know, what do you want to do in 5 years from now? You know, write it down and let's talk about it. And let's do a game plan. And in my mind, I'm like, I really took a step back to focus on things outside of work. So I don't know if I can do anything left in my job capacity. So the only thing I really have, and even from because she wrote philosophy, I don't know if there's like, I think I'm not. I don't want to say I'm philosophied out, because you never stop growing. But I think I remember one of my mentors said, reading 10 pages of a good book is good in of itself because it's going to make you a more well-rounded person. But you have to produce. You have to produce results. Otherwise, you're just going to be a really smart broke person. And I don't want to be that. So I think the only thing left for me to do is actually help people, because that's the only way I'll be able to ascend or get to another level, is directly tied to how many people I can actually help, whether that be through business, whether that be through the podcast, whether that be through charity work, whatever. Like I'm kind of tapped. Almost like if you look at yourself, like for all my NBA 2K head players, like you create a player and you max out certain attributes, and it's like, damn, like what's the point of all this if I'm not helping people at my current stage? Like I can't really do anything else. And that's the one thing that I haven't really maxed out yet.
Okay. I'm not mad at that. Yeah. How do y'all feel about that question? What do you see yourself in 5 years? Like when you were 20 and someone asked you that, like, and you came up with a game plan, like at 25, did you become what you thought you were going to be at 20?
Bro, at 25, I had 3 pairs of clothing, 1 pair of jeans, was living in South Dallas with my mom in the winter with no heat. Wow. I will never forget that. Yeah, so at 20, if somebody would have, hell no, I did not make what I thought I was gonna be at 25. At 25, I thought I was gonna be like, retired and just making my own schedule. And I literally was behind the starting line, way behind the starting line.
Okay.
So yeah, that was a cold winter, bro. Like when I remember so much so that we literally had to, our house was uneven. So like you walked at a slant, and like the door wouldn't stay closed, cause it slanted open. And then I remember we had to open the freaking oven in the kitchen, turn the heat on, and pray that the heat made it somewhere to the bedroom. Like, yeah, that shit was rough.
Oh yeah, I've been there. That is nuts. That's crazy.
Yeah, I had no point in that. I just when you said 25, like I immediately went back to that moment.
Got you. Yeah, because it's okay. Of course, it's cool to like game plan and like try to build goals and all that stuff. I just thought that question was like, now looking back, because that's a question that they ask in interviews too, and it's like, what do you see yourself in 5 years? And it's like
that question. I'm gonna be a supervisor here. No, lie, nigga.
Yeah, I feel myself, being in a strong company and working myself up, building myself up to be the best employee I can be, and all this other bullshit. All right, anyway, I had nothing for that.
But just to follow up on that question, because me and my brother actually just had this conversation a week ago.
Watch your timing. It was like, watch your timing.
And we were talking about, it was like, okay, well, in 5 years, where do you see yourself? If you're gonna make a change, why now? And I think a lot of questions along that nature. Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, if you stay where you're at, you know where you're gonna be in 5 years. Based on my job, based on if I perform at a certain level, I'll get XYZ raises. So in 5 years' time, I have a good idea of financially where I want to be. And it's like, okay, well, If you want more financially, what do you do next? So not only what do you want to do in 5 years or what do you want, what actions do you need to take? So I think you need to have that second question to follow up with it. Because just asking, well, in 5 years, where do you want to be? That's just wishing.
Yep.
And when you go back and you follow up with, okay, well, what actions do you need to take? And are you willing to do these actions? That's when you have to actually follow up. You have to have a long conversation with yourself about, okay, well, this is what I want. Am I willing to do it?
Boy, you are money right now.
Yeah, man.
Like you are Ultra Instinct Jared right now.
Rare form.
Kaioken!
He say niggas gonna know his name, dog. What y'all talking about?
Yo,
The neighbors will know my name.
All right, let's slow down, buddy. Let's slow down.
And that song will be inserted in.
Next.
all right.
We got any more from your girl Burberry?
Yo, we got shit. We could fill out 3 episodes with this. Okay, so she says, what are the beat ways to she literally wrote, what are the beat ways?
Best.
Spell check. Yeah. Anyway, the autocorrect kills us.
Yep.
So what are the best ways to sustain a relationship? That's pretty straightforward.
All right, what you got?
Yeah. Answer that question.
Yes, dear. The 2 words that will save your relationship. Yes, dear. Every husband in the world knows that situation. When you know your woman might be dead wrong, do not challenge her on shit. Yes, dear. You let that shit go. Check yourself. Because you will lose. Because everything revolves around her. Food. Yep. Sex. Yep.
Everything.
Everything.
Everything, nigga? Everything.
Everything. Your comfort. Yep.
AC.
Oh my gosh.
Go ahead. Don't troll it.
Jared? You got something? What's the best way to sustain a relationship?
Yep.
Yeah. I would say consistency. So
Well, it depends.
well, so
Is one party consistently beating the other party's head in?
so
Damn.
wait, what?
So I gave him a premature ring. Yeah. You gotta.
Yeah.
You gotta
Consistency
qualify.
about what?
Okay, so honesty and consistent. So basically being the same person who you are all the time and not changing up. So from people I've met, the female friends that I have in the relationships that have gone wrong in the past, if it was on my fault, majority of the time it was you changed. And that's something that pretty much every guy hears. Well, you're doing something different. So if you're consistently and being, well, that's why I say honestly and being consistent, being your true self all the time, then whatever quality is attracted to you will keep it because you're always that person.
I don't know about that though. I get you, but
If
then
you consistently say yes, dear.
I get you, but I mean, shit. If you just growing up, if you just changing and y'all just growing apart, then y'all just growing apart. Like you shouldn't. If you want to become another person, a better person, but your spouse or whoever is used to you being a certain type of way, then who's in the wrong? Like if I'm trying to, because I've seen this in relationships happen where like one party is just go for weight, one party is overweight and the other is not, and then that one person is okay with that person being overweight, but then when that overweight person started losing weight, it became an issue. Right. So I think
You better say thank you and go about your way.
But here's the thing, though. When listen, I'm gonna say I'm the guy, right? So if I'm the guy and my girl is overweight, right, and I'm cool because I know that she's overweight and nobody's checking for her. But then she starts losing weight, and it's like, okay, well, hold on. Now you got niggas looking at you and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
So it's only what you're saying is cool, and you being the same person. But if it's to your detriment or to your downfall, and you're not growing, then I don't think that's the best one, bro. To be 100.
I concur. That was a great example. I was gonna say about the, since I was trolling on the yes dear, thought I might as well give y'all a real answer now.
I thought that was it.
I thought it was
every time
too.
I see you, yes sir. Yeah,
Yes,
okay, no,
yes,
I'll
sir.
do it. I'll do it.
I'll do
Okay,
it.
no worry. No, I'll do it.
Yeah,
I'll
you
do
want me to take the trash out?
Yeah.
Like right now,
Like right now.
Okay, all right.
or an hour? Oh, you mean like right now?
Right now.
Okay, Rock, Abe.
Yeah.
I gotta go. Here I go.
You want me to turn the music down? Like right now?
Can we pause the podcast? Can we, babe? I'm in the middle of the show.
We gotta stop.
Oh my god.
We gotta stop. All right.
Right, we
Okay.
do have to record here.
Let me say my answer real quick.
Oh, I thought that was your answer.
No, that was just.
Oh, yeah,
something to
shoot.
what Jared was saying. I think, not consistency. I was just thinking about what he said. I think communication, of course. I think it's important.
Yeah.
but I think both parties need to be vulnerable in a sense to where they're allowing each other to experience each other's faults, and each party helps the other person grow. So you have to be vulnerable, but you have to understand the other person's vulnerabilities and weaknesses to the point to where you can help them out of what is a weakness for them, and vice versa, as well as being consistent. I mean, not being consistent, but communicating and all that stuff.
I love that.
Because you'd be surprised. Like you'd be surprised how many people can't talk to their spouse because in fear of what they feel like that person may say.
Or I can see that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you'd be surprised. So that's my answer.
Yeah, boy, y'all hitting. That was a hit. No pressure. I would say, okay, so the best way to was it maintain or sustain? Sustain a relationship. Okay.
Sorry.
So the best way to sustain a relationship, in my opinion, would be always managing to bring something to the table. What I mean by that is this. When you have something of value, people typically will draw near you. When you're bringing something to the table, people will draw near you. So from a relationship standpoint, because she's not really, at least from what I'm reading, she's not necessarily just talking about your spouse. She's talking about any relationship.
Any relationship.
Yeah, we just went to the spouse.
So just to kind of go outside of that realm, but just a relationship in general is like, what value are you bringing to the table? I actually had to check somebody once.
Surprising.
No, I did. She called me talking about she wanted to be friends, right? And I had to ask her straight up. I said, "Why would I be your friend?
Wow.
Like, what do you bring to the table for me to want to be friends with you?"
Benefits.
Because it's not untrue, but pause. But the thing is, it sounds mean, but when someone's intentions aren't pure,
Yeah.
right? Like you gotta, like, why? Like, I'm a married man. Why do you want to be friends with me? Like, no. Like, what value what are you bringing to the table? So I think that you need to always make sure that you are providing value for whoever it is you want to have a relationship with. So for example, let's say you're trying to get close to somebody who's in a higher position than you, whether that is to learn from them or to just buddy up with them or whatever. Well, what can you do other than just ask them for answers? Because people don't like that when you just ask for answers. I think, matter of fact, A Sweet was talking about that. How people would be in their DMs like, "Hey, how do you do this? How do you do that?" Right? And they're not liking, they're not tweeting, they're not supporting their business or anything like that. Well, what do you bring to the table? I remember reading this book called The Millionaire Mindset, where he basically said that what he does for people that are in a higher position than him is he'll immediately offer to take them out to dinner. Immediately, "Hey, would you mind if I treat you to lunch?" Right? That's a technique.
Yeah.
So you take them to lunch, and now they're more inclined to open up to you because, like, well, damn, like people don't just offer to take me out to lunch like that on the regular. And
then that puts the other person at ease. Oh, he's not trying to get something from me.
correct. Because now you got some, well, like Abe would say, some skin in the game.
Skin in the game.
Like,
Well, he's 30. He can say stuff like that now.
oh yeah, welcome, nigga.
There you go. Appreciate you.
But skin in the game.
Dirty 30 Club. What's up with it?
Uncle Drew. But but now there's some benefit there. It's like, okay, well, how do you sustain that relationship? It's like always find a way to provide more value, whether that's becoming a better person, whether that's putting somebody in a position to where they have some sort of benefit, even if it's not to your gain. Mm-hmm. And that relationship will naturally grow.
I like these answers.
We're pretty good.
We all right.
We're pretty good.
Shoot from the hip. We all right.
Yeah, DR segment.
Oh, DR segment. Let's jump to the bitch, y'all. We gave y'all a break on 31. We back in this bitch.
Yeah, nigga, we back. What was that coming? What was that from Coming to America? It's like, Mortimer, we're back. Like,
Oh man.
yeah,
Okay.
we're pretty good at this. We're pretty good at this.
Yeah, man.
All right, so
great
next
at this.
question. Let's
That's
see.
why people tweet us.
Yes, tweet between the lines.
Jared, was there something you wanted to talk about?
Well,
I know.
no, it's actually one of the questions, so we're going to get to it.
Okay. Well, let's get to it.
Do you know which one it is?
It's the one about lying.
Hold on.
Let's see.
Make haste while I.
Let's see.
Will you lie for the sake of your partner's happiness?
Yeah, something like that, yes.
All right.
Oh shit.
This one
Okay.
stuck out to you, so you got
All
something
right,
you want to
so
say about it?
Here's a question, lobbing it up for J-Rock. Mm-hmm. Will you lie for the sake of your partner's happiness? How do you define what lies are acceptable? Shit.
So, because I can answer this question cleanly and have no repercussions.
Oh God. I think my throat is closing up.
Oh God.
think I'm having an allergic reaction.
Oh shit.
My throat's
Yeah.
closing up.
I feel a little sick.
My throat's getting sore. J-Rock, can you? J-Rock,
Go ahead, handle the segment.
the married men can't really talk on this question. Can you help us?
I got y'all. All right, so addressing the first part of it. All right, so should you lie to protect somebody's happiness, right?
Yes.
The facial expressions.
Niggas is wild,
God.
for real. All right, so I thought a lot about this question, and
Hope so.
the conclusion that I came to was you shouldn't be responsible for the person's happiness.
Oh, you watched the Will Smith video?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
So I watched the Will Smith video, and I agree with that 100%. Because not only that, also remember when we were talking about being your best self, and you had to start the day at 150%. I believe Mr. Self was talking about it.
Yep.
Because people take from you.
Yeah.
And if you're going to be responsible for somebody else's happiness, if you have two cups, your spouse's cup is empty, yours is full, and you're constantly have to pour into them for them to have happiness, then you're going to be unhappy because eventually you're going to run out of stuff to pour into them. You know, you can try to make somebody laugh. You can try to, make somebody smile, but that's only temporarily. Like if somebody is truly depressed, you can make them feel better for a small interaction, but after you leave, number one, you're going to be a little depressed because you're dealing with somebody who's depressed, but they're still in the same state. So you can't take responsibility for somebody else's happiness because a lie is only going to be a temporary Band-Aid. Now to address the second half of that, when is it okay to lie? It's never okay to lie. And I'm going to take not a cop answer, but looking at it from a spiritual standpoint, no sin is greater than the other sense, like saying, when is it okay to murder? It's never okay to murder. So it's never okay to sin. It's never okay to lie.
Round of applause for my nigga.
Yeah, that was well.
Round of applause.
That was actually very well done. Like,
So from a relationship standpoint, I'm gonna take it from a business standpoint, right? Because it says your partners, right? So you can have a partner in business.
No, it said spouse.
It said partners. Read it. I'll say read it. Read it. Somebody read it.
Oh, yeah, hold on.
It says partners.
It feels like it's a spouse, but
It says partners. Will you lie for the sake of your partner's happiness?
Say partner. This nigga leaves it out. That was so good. That was so fucking good. Oh shit. This nigga technicality.
Take advantage of technicalities, ladies and gentlemen. Take advantage of technicalities. All right. So, no, I don't think any relationship you should lie for the sake of someone's happiness. Now, does it happen? Yes, it does. If I was in a business partnership, damn it, with a partner, I would not lie. I would not lie to my business partner because there's nothing that comes out of it. If I lie to my business partner and what I'm lying to him about digs us deeper into a hole, that screws both of us.
Right.
So that's my answer, and I'm sticking to it.
I like the answer.
All right, move on. No, I done attacked it from both angles. There's nothing left.
Are there any type of partnerships we need to go over? All right. What else we got from Burberry?
Let's see.
Oh, I like this one.
Oh, okay. What we got?
Right. So it is. How do you rebuild trust? Is it something about your mentality that has to change?
How do you rebuild trust? Let's see. Who do I not trust right now? Okay. I think that you have to rebuild trust by, first off, acknowledging that you made a mistake. Too many times, I think we get into, because everybody feels like they're the hero of their own story. Everybody feels like they're the star of their own story. There's so many different ways to say it.
The protagonist
of their own movie.
Yeah.
And I think that's the first thing is actually accepting fault and being upfront with that, because I have a situation right now where someone lost my trust and they literally won't acknowledge that they've done me or other people wrong in that situation. So I think that would be the first step, because I was at church today and, well, technically, and and it says, one of the ministers said this. He said, be aware if someone has a hard time saying I'm sorry or admitting fault. That person will be hard pressed to forgive you. And when someone does you wrong, they lose your trust. So she did something to us that really offended us, and I can't really rock with her anymore. So as far as rebuilding trust, I think the first step would be to acknowledge that you did something wrong. The second step would be to go out of your way, go the extra mile to try to recover that relationship. So for example, you can't rebuild trust by doing the same thing that got you to trust in the first place. That's not going to work anymore.
Right.
So there has to be some sort of extra effort that's going in to show or signify to the person that, hey, yes, I messed up. Yes, I want to fix it. This is how far I'm willing to go to fix it. So say a guy did his girl wrong, and he got his girl basically by taking her out to eat, restaurants, movies. Mm-hmm. Well, now you did it wrong. So you can't do that anymore. You can't just do the same old status quo and think that that's going to rebuild trust. You have to go above and beyond. At least that's what they teach us in the movies. So it's to me, that's the vitally important part of it is, one, acknowledge the fault. Two, start making steps but you gotta go the extra mile to actually get that trust built back up.
I like it. So number one for me is, do I even want to rebuild it? That's where you have to start at. Do I even want to, or am I willing to do what it takes to rebuild trust with someone?
Right.
Because it's possible for, of course, for you to go and get the trust back. But like you first have to decide, is that something that you're even willing to do? So I'm not even going to look at it from a relationship standpoint, because that's the easy one. It's like, okay, well, somebody cheated on me.
Right.
Even from a friendship standpoint, once somebody does something to betray your trust, let's say that you tell somebody something in confidence, and then you go to work the next day, or you're out chilling with the homies, and everybody's talking about it. It's like, well, yo, I only told you.
Right.
There's nobody else. And then, so number one, you have to find out, well, you have to ask yourself, am I willing to do what it takes to fix this relationship, to rebuild trust? And number two is actively seek it. I think one thing you said is, absolutely paramount to that. You first have to admit that you made a mistake. Because if that's not done, you can't start the process of fixing it. Because if you never admit it, you're saying that nothing's wrong.
Right.
You're saying, well, you're just upset, but there's no reason, there is no validation to the reason why you're upset. So number one, it starts with making the apology, meaning that you did something wrong. Number two, you have to realize that this isn't going to be a overnight process.
Facts.
You can't break somebody's trust and expect them to trust you, off of a 4-year friendship and get that back in a day. You have to realize it's going to take damn near the same amount of time that you've known them for them to trust you again.
Right.
So you have to take baby steps with the person. Eventually, they'll trust you with something small. And you have to be okay with knowing the fact that the person's going to test you.
Right.
Knowing the fact that if anything happens, even if you're not responsible, it's going to get thrown in your face.
Right, right.
So you have to go back to again, am I willing to do what it takes to actually rebuild it? So let's say it's a friendship role, right? So number one, you have to apologize. Number two, you have to always have to have your friends back. And I'm not even, if they're wrong, still be a friend, let them know that when they're wrong, because that way it shows that you still have integrity.
Right.
It's not going to be a situation where I know this person's wrong, but I need to build trust, so I'm just going to keep on. I'm going to have their back on no matter what it is.
Right.
Because eventually, once that person's not in their feelings, they're just like, well, yo, this person is not, he doesn't have my best interest, and he doesn't have my best interest at heart. So being yourself, being honest, even if it's going to hurt them, but just be willing and knowing the fact that it's going to be a long process.
Yeah, I think also it's being okay with the rule of inconvenience, and I think you touched on that. Is basically when you're trying to rebuild trust, one, you got to make that decision like, hey, do I really want to do this? The second thing is you have to understand the journey that you're going to go on, because in order to rebuild that trust, you are going to get tested, and you have to be okay with the inconvenience of a person challenging you on your intent, because you did something that betrayed the trust. Your intent is always going to be questioned for a extended period of time. And you will have to deal with that and be comfortable with that and not act out of emotion when that challenge presents itself.
Yeah.
So
you have to admit, why this is coming. And then the last part of it is, even if you do
there's a sense
everything,
of patience with that, though. Because, I mean, there's not to cut out, because I kind of just hop back in this hole.
I was so aggressive.
I still make in, because I really,
shit.
I had to step out and take a phone call, so I've been gone. But I don't even know. I don't even know what y'all have said. But
So you're just gonna jump in there anyway?
Yeah, I am, because something he said sparked something for me. Because
go ahead.
people are gonna test you, right? Like, if you've done something to them, like, they're gonna keep bringing it up. But you have to have a sense of patience, because I know I've been in situations where it's like, damn, like, all right, like, I know I did wrong, but like, how many times you gonna bring this shit up? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So like, what?
That's real. That's real.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I'm with you on that.
In a sense, I kind of get it. It's expected to a certain degree, but at the same time, it's like you kind of get tired of it. In a sense.
Well, I think that goes to another part. So once you've rebuilt the trust, there does come there's a cutoff point where it's like, I put it like this. I was getting a haircut by my brother's barber, and
So you finally left the other one?
oh yeah. So yeah. Sorry, G. But
Don't be sorry. He did to himself.
yeah. But he's been married I think like 11, 13 years. So he was just like put me on, like, just let me like know a lot of shit about relationships. And he said that oh fuck, I don't want to lose it. I feel like I'm losing it. He said that basically, oh, that's what it was. So when you talk about something that occurred that was a problem in a relationship, you can only reference it from the standpoint of what you learned from it.
oh, okay.
So that's the rule. So if we're tying into what Burberry's saying as far as like how to rebuild the trust, we've covered that in our opinions, right?
Okay.
But once that trust is rebuilt, say it's cheating. Like, I don't know if you said that, but let's just say it was a woman and a man, and one of them cheated, either or, right?
Yeah.
Once you've healed and let that go and said, hey, we're moving on together, the rule is you no longer get to bring that moment up unless it's by giving an example of what you learned from that moment in a positive manner.
That's actually pretty good.
That's how.
Is that a universal law, or is that something that they learned in like counseling or something?
He didn't really say. I'll ask him because I'm pretty much due for an edge up. But
It has been 2 weeks.
but yeah. It has.
So let me ask you this, right? Because like I said, I don't know what all y'all discussed. Let's just take the example you gave, right?
Yep.
And somebody steps out of that and brings it up, but not from a teaching standpoint. Is that other person allowed to check them on it?
Yes. Yeah. 100%.
That's interesting.
That's the covenant. That because the thing is, like, anything opposite of that is detrimental to the relationship.
Right.
So the question you now have to ask yourself as a spouse is, do you really want this relationship? Do you want the best for this relationship? Because if you just want to complain, then why are we wasting time?
Right.
That's not the goal. We made a goal in a pact that, okay, a mistake happened and we're moving forward, right? Mm-hmm. You learn from your past so you don't repeat it in the future. Okay, cool. What did you learn? What did you take out of that you can bring to the future, whether that's to impart on a friend so that they don't have to go through it, or yourself so you can speak life into your own relationship?
That's deep.
Yeah. But the key with that is that you both have to have the agreement for that.
Yes, it has to
You
be a
cannot be the
covenant.
nigga who
shit.
fucked up. Like,
Right.
hey, bitch, hey, listen.
And like, and when does a conversation like that happens? Like, and is the person the cheater? Are they in right to bring that agreement up to the relationship,
Well, they would have to.
or the cheatee?
Well, I would say
I was like, Tor eat.
No, the
Tor.
cheatee.
So the cheat Tor. No.
The cheatee.
The cheatee would not bring that up.
Why not?
'Cause
Well, no.
typically they're
That's
not
but that's
thinking
what
on
I'm
the
saying. Is the cheater in
The cheater
Are they
has
in
to-
right? Are they in right to do that though?
Yeah. You're in right to do whatever you want to do as long as it's within reason and you deliver it the right way.
But when does that happen though?
That's on the cheater. Hey, nigga, you better know the temperature of the room. Don't go too soon.
For real. Don't be 2 days out. Be like, all right, man. Now look, don't bring that shit up no more. Unless you talking about some.
So what did you learn? What did you learn from this?
Why are we talking like the nigga immediately was the one that cheated? Like we immediately put the guy at fault in all this.
It's a double standard. Oh, especially when you read the next question. Oh shit.
We got another one. We got another question. Oh
Yeah. But that was fucking funny. That was like funny. 2 days later. Now, what did you learn?
All right, man. We bring up this shit no more, ma.
Now, how you do this is you do this on a separate argument that has nothing to do with the cheating. It's like, hey, babe, from now on,
that's a good strategy.
Right. Hey, once we forgive each other, that's it. And then we bring, hey, remember 2 weeks ago we talked about it on the dishes.
Remember we got into it about taking out the trash?
Right.
We said we don't bring it up.
And, we actually did a high five and a handshake on it.
Remember we were talking about, who left the dirty dishes in? We agreed. We only bring up things when it's positive.
Yeah, we dapped it up and shit. We was like cool with it and shit.
Oh, shit. Okay, next question. Actually ties into what the fuck we just said.
Oh, shit.
All right.
Is it worth asking then?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Burberry with the hammer. All right.
Oh, that's that long one, right?
Bruh.
Yeah, I read that one before I left the room. I was like, "Ooh, are we gonna get to this one?"
All right. So here it is. Why is it that a man can have a beautiful and wonderful woman?
First off, I'm mad she even just put nigga on the defense like that. Why can't it be like
that?
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk to her about that. Go ahead.
Well, this is the thing. Is like because we just automatically assumed it's a man, and the very next question was like, "Why man?
Yeah, why man?"
Let me read it the right way.
Go ahead.
Why is it that a man can have a beautiful and wonderful woman, fall in love with her, but see another and fall again? Then cheat on her and expect her to give him another chance.
Yeah.
A woman can cheat on a man and he's single with a broken heart and willing to give her another chance in return. Period.
Help me.
Nigga,
help me.
That's all. Why? That's a lot.
All right, let's unpack this.
All right.
Right, yeah.
All right, let's take it sentence by sentence.
I'm gonna say this real quick.
Yeah.
Oh no, okay, we can. Let's
Go ahead.
unpack it. Let's unpack it sentence by sentence.
Are you gonna forget what you're gonna say?
No, because I'm pretty sure it'll come up.
All right. Why is it that a man can have a beautiful and wonderful woman? Let's stop right there.
Game. Swag, bitch. That's why.
Let's stop right there.
Okay.
Oh,
Because we laid a Mac down. All right, go ahead.
All right. Fall in love with her, but see another and fall again. So now we can get serious.
Okay.
So the man has a beautiful woman, a wonderful woman. He falls in love with her, but he sees another and falls again. So in that sentence, it's basically sounding like the man isn't just getting a one-off. It's not a one-night stand. He's in love with somebody, but he falls in love with someone else.
Okay.
Go.
Heavy conversation. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling heavy conversations right now. Feeling it.
Yep. Go.
Okay.
I'm in the zone.
Wait.
Oh, what I was gonna say wasn't to that part of the question.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's not.
I ain't gonna lie, we've been throwing J-Rock
Under the bus.
Hey, but I've been knocking these bitches out here.
You got to do the heavy lifting, buddy.
Hey, you knocking him out of the park because we definitely pointing the spotlight to you on
Yeah,
the
you 3
last
for 3
question.
right now.
Okay, so give me the part where we're at now.
All right, so
The guy has a beautiful woman, falls in love, but he met somebody else.
but he sees another and falls again.
No, because how the question is worded is important. So how did she put it?
Why is it that a man can have a beautiful and wonderful woman, fall in love with her, but see another and fall again?
Okay, go ahead.
He was looking for the room to wiggle.
So, I have issue with the way that it's worded, because in most cases that's not the situation. It's not that they fall for somebody else. It's like you said, it's a one-off situation. And for a guy to fall for somebody else completely, then the original relationship is something wrong there.
I don't know. I thought this was kind of unique. I kind of like the way she worded it because it's like I think the one off is easy.
Yeah.
You know, you fall in love. The nigga did a one night stand. He got drunk or whatever. Right.
Yep.
That's a little easier to unpack. This one's a little more intimate because it's like
you were in love with somebody
and fall in love with somebody else
who was damn near perfect.
That's crazy.
Okay,
that's crazy.
We switching to polygamy.
This beautiful wonderful woman is not giving the man everything he needed.
Yeah, it's something missing.
So is it possible for, since she said a man, is it possible for a man to be in love yet not fulfilled?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So is it? Ooh, I gotta be careful.
No, bro, we don't be careful on this podcast. We speak between the lines, baby.
Man up, nigga.
Lines, baby. We don't be careful on this podcast, baby.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where to speak between that line.
What part of that line you want to cross?
Exactly.
Is it college rule or Y rule? How much space is between these lines?
Is it print or cursive? What the fuck we talking about?
No.
Is it bold or is it italic?
It said wild rule or college rule. That's funny.
Oh man. Okay, so the man's unfulfilled in one relationship, but meets another woman that fulfills the one part of him that isn't being met. Is he wrong?
Ask the question again.
Okay, so a man is with a woman. He's in love, but he's not fulfilled. But he meets another woman that does fulfill that need and falls in love with her, while he's also in love with the first woman. Is he wrong?
Yes. And the way that I like the way that you put it, because so I'm gonna give an example. I'm not gonna do sex because sex is the most common one, but let's say that guys with the woman, she gives everything, but she's not supportive. She's always tearing the person down, emotionally, physically. She's always downing him. So now you have a void in your life. So it makes it easier to go somewhere else and find somebody who's building you up. And because that they're filling a void, it creates, I won't say the illusion, but it's easier to fall because you're getting what you're missing.
Yeah, because my question would be, we know it's looks that makes a perfect person beautiful, but what exactly is making this person wonderful? Because
That's good.
You know what I mean? Like what are those traits that make this person wonderful? Because the traits that the woman may think make her a wonderful person, the man may not find those traits to make that person wonderful. There may be other traits that he's looking for in a woman,
Right.
that she's not fulfilling, but she thinks that she's all that, but this other woman is actually has the traits that he's looking for.
That's a great point.
That's
because
one way that
wonderful
happens.
subjective. It's all in the perspective of the person who's using the word.
Yeah. Yeah. Like if I feel like I'm beautiful, I'm wonderful. Yeah, to you. But what about to your dude? Are you still that wonderful person? Like Rock said. I mean, if I do all this other stuff, but I talk shit to my man or whatever, not in a playful way, but I talk shit to him and beat him down, but I still feel like all the other areas I'm wonderful. That trait that you're beating them down with, or that act of beating your man down emotionally or mentally may be the one thing he needs, like Rock said, to take him to the next level. And this girl, this other chick, is the chick that does that.
Okay. So in this scenario, the man is in love with her. He sees another woman, or it just says another, but let's say it's a woman, and fall again. Then cheat on her and expect her to give him another chance. So this guy is basically in love with two different women. He cheats on the first woman, but then expects her to forgive him or give him another chance.
Yeah.
So like, I want my cake and eat it too type thing.
Right.
The only the hardest part about this question is written where the first chick is perfect, and that's the only exception that we have to go by. It's like
Right.
and because let's go and give an example of it. Right. So before Beyonce, who was the most attractive black woman out there?
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry. But she's been married how many times?
Yeah, and she's kind of nuts.
And even though she is damn near 85% of black men say, oh, she's the best,
Right.
nobody's willing to stay. So even though you're the best, it's something that's missing.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say that in the context of this question. And then the only thing I can think of is like most men, when there's a threat of loss, then we try harder to keep.
Yeah, that's the answer I was going with. Is that once what you actually have is being, is being jeopardized in a sense, and you're in fear of losing that,
You work twice as hard.
Yeah,
Three
yeah.
times as hard.
Yeah, because I think all this is actually one situation. I mean, we're breaking it down so it may feel like it's different people in different scenarios, but it can actually all be one scenario. Like,
Right.
some dude can have one chick who's bad as hell. He can cheat on her, right? Fall in love with somebody else, but then that chick he originally cheated on, the chick, his girl that he originally cheated on, threatens him with leaving, and now he's like, okay, please, baby, don't go.
Please, baby,
All
please.
that bullshit. I just think to answer that question, I think Rock hit it. Shit, I lost the question. Lord Jesus,
There you go.
Lord Jesus, be a filler conversation for me.
Being like rest.
I know, right?
On the podcast.
Actually, no, I wasn't even texting. I was trying to look for the question. Shit, I'm still struggling, nigga. Let me see.
bottom.
Yeah.
Side baby. Let him use you.
Oh, okay. All right. So we're talking about then cheat on her and expect her to give him another chance. Okay. That was actually my my answer earlier. Like, men, we're really more emotional than we
get credit for.
Yeah, than we get credit for. Like, we may come across as being macho and all this stuff, but especially when you're dealing with women, like, men can get really emotional over that.
Nigga.
Like,
Not Drake level type, but I mean,
Yeah.
he's an extreme.
yeah. So when we have something, it's crazy because when we have something, we don't want to lose it, but we will put it in jeopardy.
Yeah.
Right.
We don't see
You know
the
what I mean?
value of it until it's in danger of being lost.
Yeah, I mean, like with anything, with most things.
So then, in a sense, a woman, and I know a woman wouldn't want to hear this, but a woman's value is kind of validated from the fact that he's even trying to keep her.
Nah, I don't think it's that.
Yes and no. So whenever I'm just saying this in a general sense.
Okay.
So I'll use myself as an example, right? So I've had exes in the past, and I broke up with them for a clear reason. No longer wanted to be with them. Happy about my decision. But I see them with somebody else, and then it's like, oh, damn, wait, was it that bad? So that also is part of it as well. So whenever you're cheating, and let's go back to the original example. Let's say if it's a reason that the first chick is you're not being satisfied, it's a reason why you're stepping out. It's a reason why something at home wasn't good enough. But when the threat of loss comes, you forget about it. It's like you're in panic mode. You're just trying to chase after it. I'm not saying that's it all the time. That's why I'll say is yes and no for should I feel validated that I'm being cheated on? No.
See, and I was going to say the same thing. Even in posing the question, I don't think a woman should feel validated in a man
Trying to
get back with her, because I know niggas that have cheated and literally just try to keep the woman out of instinct, even though they didn't really want them. You see what I'm saying?
It's that loss, and it's like, oh, I'm finna lose it.
Yeah.
Let me fight.
It's like the chase again.
Yeah.
Yep. I think a piece of it is the 80-20. I mean, I kind of mentioned this on an earlier episode about how, we get 80% here, but we're chasing that 20% that we may think is valuable.
Mm-hmm.
I think we had something about like sex or something, and where we, asked J-Rock and all this stuff. But I mean, it could be that too. Like, you could go after that 20 and cheat, which, isn't the greatest thing, but that 20% is 20% of what it is. And then you realize that you're only getting 20% here, but the 80 that you left was like the sex wasn't all that or whatever, or wasn't worth it.
Nut sacks on empty.
Yeah. Nut sacks on empty or whatever. Yeah, but I mean, it may not even be worth it.
It sounds.
Yeah, can we reference?
I don't
we need
know.
to reference an episode.
I
don't know.
I have to find what episode number it was.
I think it was Bad Dates.
I don't know if the camera's still rolling, but like y'all said it and it like hit my ear, but it took a second for it to hit my brain, and my face just like contorted. Like, wait, what? Those sacks on empty. That sounds
Nut sacks
crazy.
on empty. Nut sacks on empty.
Oh shit.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so let's unpack this last one, right? So, a woman can cheat on her man, and he's single with a broken heart, unwilling to give her another chance in return.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Yet a woman can cheat on a man, and he's single with a broken heart, unwilling to give her another chance in return.
I think this goes. I want to say this goes with saying men don't like facing hard emotions, and being cheated on is a very hard emotion to face. Like, nigga, it's a hard emotion to face when you dated somebody and y'all broke up and she fucked another nigga and y'all not even together, let alone being cheated on.
Oh shit!
You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to face.
Yeah.
So most men, the best way, I feel like, I'm gonna say most. Some men, they feel like the best way to deal with that type of emotional stress is to just remove themselves away from it all together and not face it at all.
Yeah.
Yep. Concur.
You know what I'm saying? So
Nah, I agree wholehearted with that. I was watching a interview with Jamie Foxx, and he had a perfect line that did speak to that. He was like, like you were saying earlier, men have very strong emotions in relationships, especially when we want it to work.
yeah.
And he was like, here's the thing: women bend, men break. So you cheated on me. I don't know how to handle that.
Yeah. There's no bending, just breaking.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're broken at that point. Women are more flexible. They're emotional. They're better equipped to handle emotions in general. I'm not just saying cheating, just emotional. So they can bend. It's like, well, I still see value in it, and sometimes they're willing to take us back after when we fucked up. But men break.
Like, nigga, you gave up the cookie. Oh, I can't do it no more. I can't do it. I
Like
can't.
shit. When Abe gave that example, I got pissed thinking about it. It's like, oh, bitch,
Yeah, man, shit.
we broke up and you gave it to who?
Nigga, hell yeah. What?
Oh shit. I think the I want to find a way to try to help the women listeners not feel bad about it.
Like
But-
what? Bad about what?
Bad about the fact that it's like the woman cheats on the man, but the man just says the hell with it. And I wish I had some way to console them as far as like saying
I mean, it's definitely not fair. It's definitely a
it's
double
not,
standard.
It's really not. But the thing is that saying that a man is only as faithful as his options. Mm-hmm. Well, let's unpack that. What are his options? Option A is I have the option to not deal with you. And that's an option for me. And I can take that because it's the path of least resistance.
Yeah.
Just like water. So I can deal with you and face my emotions, which men don't typically like to do. We're emotional creatures that don't like to face emotion.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
rather than face emotion and deal with you, and the thought of you giving it to someone else, when I know that that's difficult for a woman because a woman is more emotional and passionate in having sex typically, because there's some studs out here, like some women that
This nigga said some studs.
some of these some of these women, dog.
This nigga said some studs.
Like, some of these women, dog, they don't give a fuck. But stereotypically, a woman is more emotional in having sex, especially revenge sex. Whether that be revenge for we broke up, so I'm gonna go give it to another dude, or no, we're together and I'm giving it to you because you did something to piss me off. Right?
That part.
So, path of least resistance. A man is as faithful as his options. Okay, well, his option is not to deal with you. And so he may, more often than not, take that option. Here's another option. Option B. Men, again, and we've said this repeatedly on this show, are outnumbered by women. So a man is as faithful as his options. You are one person that cheated and is forcing an emotional person to deal with an emotional situation that he doesn't feel comfortable with. It's a lot easier to just go find another fish in the sea because y'all outnumber the men.
And which is interesting. This goes back to one of her other questions is rebuilding trust. Because at this point, most men value loyalty.
Loyalty.
And if I
most
can't
people do.
trust you,
I'm geeked and I'm fired
Man.
up.
I mean, but shit. But you can't say that one sidedly though, because it can be that same argument for women too.
No, absolutely.
That's right.
I definitely agree with it. That's one thing. I don't think it's a fair standard that's out there, a double standard that if a man cheats, it's expected that the woman he has at least has a chance to fix it and work it back. But if the woman cheats, in 99.9% chance, the man's gone.
I mean, it's kind of what a double standard is. It's not really. It's not fair. There's no clean way out of this. I mean, I wish I had I don't have an answer for that.
Yeah.
Men are emotional creatures, and when you cheat on men, it's not. When you cheat, I guess with everything we're talking about, when you cheat on men and they don't want to get back with you, right? I mean, of course, it is kind of your fault. But as far as when we're talking about rebuilding trust, like I said, men don't really like dealing with emotions like that. So,
yeah,
it's not you.
Hell,
it's us.
And men are destructive. I mean, dog, you know how many wars started just straight up over a woman?
Yeah.
You know how many people were killed over a woman?
Just over a woman. Like, yeah. So that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Look at us being vulnerable.
Yeah,
3 men in a room, 11 o'clock at night, being vulnerable with each other.
Too much context. too much context.
With 2 lamps.
With the drapes open.
And the camera rolling.
Peering into the moon.
Oh man, so yeah, that answers your question. I think that was a good question to go off of.
Does it really?
I mean, shit. What do you want? What do you want from us? We're just men.
What do you want us to say?
What do you want from us? All right. No, that was.
What do you want from me? Sorry.
I know, right? All right, man. I think that was good. I mean,
that's good.
You want anything else to it?
I don't think so.
Hell no.
I think we good, man. Shit. Hit us up. Speak Between Lines, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I think we should post some of these questions as a post on some of our platforms to see what some of our supporters say.
I agree.
Yeah. All right, man.
With that.
Cool. We'll see y'all on social media. This is King A signing off.
This is going to be J-Rock, and he's going to be leaving.
Didn't sound better.
All right, I'll have something different for next week.
All I want is a better.
You should try Donald Trump.
See, now I can't do Donald Trump because you suggested on the show.
You can. I mean, don't mean you're gonna do it good. I mean, we're gonna guess it.
Actually, I mean, if you want to keep this as a running joke, I think you would do well to actually make them bad on purpose.
Yeah. I want to guess them though.
Or just keep trying.
I actually tried to that.
Oh, okay.
right, we're out of here.
Yeah, Young Rez, 1.
Speak between the lines. We out of here.
Deuces.